Hello and welcome back to FanPark Live. Remember, we are powered by the One Football app. The information, the link is in the description below. So for all your news, scores, statistics, please check that out. West Ham have done it again. Another barnstormingly good performance against one of the biggest and best sides in world football. They hold Arsenal to a 0-0 draw. And it will be frustrating for Gooners, I'm sure, because the possession, the attempts on goal, the pass completion rates, statistically, Arsenal dominated the game. But West Ham, with a goal that was disallowed, and Chicharito in the dying moments hitting the crossbar, came agonisingly close to breaking the hearts of Gooners all over the world. We, of course, want your views, your opinions, your emotions right now after that game. Whether you're an Arsenal fan and you're unhappy, whether you're a West Ham fan and you're feeling elated, we want your views and your opinions. We're going to go through the stats. We want to talk about the moments of the game that made you bite your nails. And we want to know about the most important thing, how you feel as a fan. The number is 0203 606 0135. You can, of course, comment on Twitter if that's where you're watching. And we're live on numerous UK YouTube accounts as well. First call coming through. Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. What's your name? Hello? They have gone. They are not there. You can call back. Sometimes the phone lines can be a little bit cumbersome. Call back if that was you. But obviously Arsenal fans tuning in, we want to know your views, your opinions and everything that's going on. The comment box here on Arsenal Fan TV is going absolutely crazy. Enough is enough. Something needs to change. Wenger and personnel is what the Invincible has to say on the comment side of things here. Burnley have just pushed Arsenal into 7th. Tough luck is what Souza says. Beats says we're too painful to watch anymore. All this sideways passing and no end product is boring and frustrating. This is my cane if you're wondering what I am banging. I wear it when I'm banking around London. It's what I do. Zachariah Allen says top 4 is going to be a struggle. Arsenal 3 games ago. On the rise. Playing down the talks of Spurs overtaking them for a second season. Call coming in here. Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. What's your name, my friend? Hello? All right, look, don't be shy. Don't talk to me. You can talk to me. I'm not the Pope. It's not a problem. West Ham were close is what Red Army MUFC has to say here. We're weak. Oh, wow. This guy here, Georgie the End One, says weak bollocks players out. Thinks that Arsenal players are weak, that they've got no backbone. I also want to know who you thought played well today. I thought Jack Wilshere had a tremendous game in central midfield. Hard tackles, getting stuck in. But where are the rest of those Gooners? I'm laughing because of my cane. I'm sorry. It poked me in the face. Arsenal just used... Oh, wow. Heatwave, lots of underscores. Says, Arsenal used to be a big club. Oh, another call coming through. Maybe this person will speak to me. Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. What's your name, buddy?
My name's Owen.
Hello, Owen. Are you a Gooner or are you an Amma?
Gooner, unfortunately.
Gooner. Nothing to be... not unfortunate that you're a Gooner, but how are you feeling after that game, bud?
Well, same old, I suppose. I mean, the starting lineup was asking for problems, to be honest, because we had no movement up top.
A lot, yeah. Olivier Giroud, you mean, starting over Lacazette?
And Mesut Ozil as well. You can't play Mesut Ozil and Giroud in the same side, because none of them, their work rate's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, you dominated the possession, 70%. You had 22 attempts on goal. So there seemed to be creativity there, just not that clear-fledged.
Yeah, but it's just sideways, backwards, really. It's just... Yeah.
Look, I mean, I know a lot's been said at Arsenal. What's the biggest problem? Is it the fact that there's people here commenting that your players don't have a backbone? Or is it the simple fact that Arsene Wenger is in charge and no matter what happens, FA Cup victories, beating some rivals, is it still stale at your club?
Completely. It's both. The players are just not good enough. The manager should have been gone 5 years ago, but nothing ever happens. It's complete and outrageous. And to be honest, I fell out of love with this club about 4 or 5 years ago.
What would make you love Arsenal again like you used to?
if the board goes and Arsene Wenger's sacked.
Is that the only thing that can turn that round now? The board and Wenger
Completely.
going? And
Completely.
would you still pump money into Arsenal Football Club at this moment in time?
No, of course you wouldn't. If you've got a brain, they're not spending any of their money
So
in the transfer window. They're not, it's all given. They're not giving us nothing back. So why should we?
So in terms of Arsenal fans that are still paying their season tickets, travelling the lengths and breadths of the country, I'm not trying to misquote you here. You think that they've been stupid?
They're mugging themselves off.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, they're mugging themselves off. To be honest with you,
wow.
Completely.
No. Look, you appreciate your opinion. You now drop down to 7th in the league, below Burnley, Liverpool, and Tottenham. After you getting quite a way in front of them, and now back in front of you just by a point. I mean, how does that make you feel as a gooner as well? That Spurs, rising above you in the league after a drab display like today.
Yeah, it's terrible. I just want to touch one thing about what you say about Alexis Sanchez, right? Right. Some people have been coming on this show I've been listening to, and they've been hating Alexis Sanchez, right? But last season, he was the reason we came 5th place, right? Mesut Ozil hasn't had a good season since he's been here, and he gets away with it. It's a joke.
Look, there's a lot of people that would say that about Ozil. Some really good points there. Really appreciate you coming on. I really do. And you see the comments lighting up based on your points of view. Lots of people agreeing with you, some disagreeing as well. But I think that may be one of the big problems at Arsenal right now. You may or may not agree. There's a lot of toxic sort of emotion in the air due to what Wenger and the board are doing. Yeah,
but I mean, most fans just deal with it. They don't just sit there and get on with it. But there's got to be stuff done, even though if it doesn't make any changes. I mean, there's got to be something there that people are at least trying, but there just isn't at the moment.
No, I totally understand. Listen, my friend, thank you so much for your call. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Look, a very articulate call there. An Arsenal fan, you can clearly tell loves his football club, but has been feels so mistreated, so underinvested in by the board, by Arsene Wenger, has turned his back on them. Thinks fans that are paying money into the football club lack brains. Now, there are a lot of people that take issue with that. It's not my view or opinion that they lack brains, but there's clearly an Arsenal fan there so disillusioned with what's going on at the football club, currently sitting in 7th in the league. Another call coming through here. Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. What's your name, my friend?
How are you?
Hi, what's your name?
Henry.
Hello, Henry. Are you a Arsenal fan or a West Ham fan?
I support Arsenal.
Arsenal, you sound a little bit glum.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Am I allowed to swear on here?
You can say whatever you like, as long as you don't take the mickey out of my cane.
Nah, I'm not. Sorry. Nah, it was a fucking horrible result. It's just the same old Arsenal.
When you say that, a lot of people say the same old Arsenal. From your emotions, from how you view the game, what's the problem for you as an individual?
Just that the team that Lacazette's just the best striker in the Prem. Don't you agree? He has nothing on Lukaku, Morata. He's just quality, and the fucking slow horse Giroud up top. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Look, I understand. So what would, in terms of Giroud, that's one of the problems that a lot of Arsenal fans have come on here and told me about. I spoke to lots of people on Sunday that said, look, bring Jack Wilshere back into the team. That's what needs to happen. He was there today. How did Jack Wilshere do for you?
Fuck. He missed a fucking sitter. He missed a sitter. They every day I watch Arsenal Fan TV. Bring Jack Wilshere. Bring Jack. He doesn't do fuck all. He missed. He didn't do nothing.
What's next? What's next for Arsenal? If you had a magic wand now, what would you make happen overnight?
Well, Wenger needs to just fuck off. He just needs to go. Stan Kroenke needs to go.
Listen, I feel like you're holding back. Let it all out.
Nah, they just all need to piss off because they're bringing the club down. They're bringing the club down.
Look, I appreciate your viewpoints, buddy. Look, you go and have yourself a nice hot bath, stick on a bit of Michael Bublé and have a relax, mate, all right? He needs that. Look, this is Arsenal. And I'm not taking the mick out of Arsenal fans. I'm truly not, because I hear their pain. And I've done many videos on my channel, The Football Terrace, talking about how the club is disrespecting its fans, how Wenger's disrespecting the fans, and I think that there should be more done by yourselves to get rid of those individuals that are not taking your beautiful, historic and great club seriously. I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. I mean that sincerely. Matthew Knoll here says, Jack done nothing with a question mark. I think he's asking, did Jack Wilshere play well today? I would love some people to phone up and tell me how they thought. Olivier Giroud, is he bearing the brunt of it today? Is he the bit of a scapegoat? Was he the only reason Arsenal didn't pick up the victory today? And is there no credit that's going to be paid to West Ham United? They were dogged, they were resilient, they were organised. They counter-attacked well. They almost nicked it. Got some more calls coming through now, as ever. Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. What's your name, buddy?
Jack.
Hello, Jack. Not Jack Wilshere, is it?
Sorry?
No, nothing. What would you like to say, buddy, on the game? How you feeling?
I've been a bit annoyed because players like Sanchez isn't getting 100% to the club. You know what I mean? Players like that. And why are you not starting Lacazette?
I personally agree with you. Two things there, and you can give me your views back. Why Alexis Sanchez wasn't sold in the summer when he clearly wanted to go and play for a rival Manchester club is beyond me, because you know he doesn't want to be there. Secondly, Lacazette is world class and he is one of the best strikers in world football. The geezer is on the bench far too often. He ain't injured, he ain't got problems. He seems to have settled okay in the UK. He's scoring goals pretty well. Why do you think Wenger's doing that to your club?
I don't think he has faith in him at all. I really don't. This is my opinion, you know what I mean?
But he broke his transfer record for him.
I know, 50 million is quite a lot of money just for us to spend on a striker. We're not even starting him.
And not only any striker, one of the best strikers in the world.
Yeah. He scored 37 goals last season.
Madness.
It might not be the French league, but, you know.
Mate, that French league, people slag that French league off, but look at Paris Saint-Germain are doing in Europe. People act like it's a poor league. That's just ignorant. That's just football banter when, you know, your club signs someone from there, everyone says he scores against Farmers. When Zlatan went to Man United, everybody said the same thing, and look what he did. It's a nonsense. We'd all love Kylian Mbappe at our clubs as an example, and he smashed it at two French clubs. In terms of other players on the pitch for Arsenal today, Jack Wilshere, how did he do for you? Your namesake.
I thought he was really good. Hopefully we start him more often because he's better than Xhaka, to be honest. I think Xhaka is just passing off all the time, and you know what I mean?
It was his first start today, Jack Wilshere, for 577 days. I know he had a year away at Bournemouth, so that kind of skews the statistic.
Yeah.
But if you take those 365 days out, that's still a colossal amount of time to not start a game for the Gooners.
Yeah.
Coming up next game, if you could literally walk into Wenger's office in the morning, what one thing would you have him change?
Start Lacazette.
Start Lacazette all the time.
Yeah.
Lovely. Jack, thank you for my call, buddy. Our call.
Mate.
I'm not here by myself. I'm surrounded by some beautiful people. You take care. God bless. Look, you know, another Arsenal fan, they're frustrated. Why? I've got to ask you this question as supporters. Why is Lacazette on the bench so much? I don't understand it. He's everything Arsenal have been screaming for. He's on the bench. Utter madness. JD Scoop says power shift with a question mark. Arsenal fans said no to that a few weeks ago. Maybe their minds changed a little bit. A lot of people are writing North London power shift now. They are. Comment here. Just remember what Arsene Wenger done for the club. He got us the invincible. I'll come back to that one. Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. What would you like to say, and what is your name?
My name's Callum. I'm an Arsenal fan.
Oh, mate, how are you feeling, mate?
Fucking disgraceful performance.
So I'm not laughing at you. It's swearing.
Yeah.
What was so bad about it?
I mean, the substitution timing was pathetic. I mean, why are we bringing Lacazette on in the 80th minute when the game's essentially dead?
Yeah, I mean, look, 80 minutes, I suppose, isn't dead. You can score a few goals from that point. But why do you think he left it so late? What do you think is going through Wenger's mind?
I don't know what's going from his mind. I think he's past it, in my opinion. But another thing is they should have won at the end, and that's the worst thing about it. West Ham should have won the game.
Yeah, they're very close. Hernandez with that shot, crossbar. It's crazy.
Yeah, and our defending is fucking appalling.
Yeah, I mean, is that Arsene Wenger and Bold's fault for not organising and training them right, or is that just because your defenders are swag? In your opinion?
I think we need better defenders. The ones we have highly overrated defenders. Koscielny is not world class. I'm sorry, it's not the case.
Just reading this here from B. Stay on the line for me, please, Callum. It says here, BT Sport have just put this tweet as an, it looks like the end of the Wenger chapter. This happens every season. It's just earlier this time. Arsenal's performance has left Keown and Rio Ferdinand seething. I mean, Keown's obviously an Arsenal legend, an England legend, and look, you don't get much better than Rio Ferdinand. Do you think they're right? Could you see Wenger leaving before the end of the season?
I think he's too stubborn to leave. I'd like him to leave, but I think he's too stubborn.
Yeah, I mean, one guy here on the comments says, please give Arsene Wenger a gun. I mean, that's a little bit harsh. I mean, you know, it's interesting as well. Stand on the line for me, because a comment that came through earlier, I can't find the guy that wrote it, but basically said, Arsenal fans have to respect Wenger. He brought you the Invincibles, numerous trophies, a beautiful, amazing football. But do you think it's disrespectful to say he should be sacked?
No. I think we it's like, what's it called? It's that banner that DT puts out. It's like, thanks for the memories, but it's time to go.
No, I totally understand. I think, again, how you ask for him to leave and how you speak of Arsene Wenger will demonstrate whether or not you have respect for what he has achieved. The problem is it has to be difficult for Arsenal fans paying all the money they do to travel to games, tickets, fans that pay to watch all around the world, and they put in performances like that. And it's 3 games on the bounce where they're just fallen short, and 2 of them against teams that Arsenal, in my opinion, are a big enough and great enough club to be beaten. Yeah,
I mean, if you look at tonight, we looked like the side in the relegation fight, and West Ham looked like the good side, in my opinion.
Massive comments there, Callum. Look, really appreciate your call, buddy. Thank you.
All right, mate.
Look at that. I mean, BT Sports saying it, Callum saying it. Callum says that. How did that make you feel, Gooners? Arsenal look like the team in the relegation battle. But interestingly, with that result today, Arsenal actually are closer to the relegation than they are top of the league. And that isn't meant as an insult or a diss. I'm saying that because Arsenal are bigger and better than that. They truly, truly are. And you should be closer to the team at the top. I'm just sitting here looking at some of these stats. Yeah, 70% possession sounds good. But when you look at 22 shots on goal, only 13% on target. You're never going to score with that percentage. Do you know why? Because the elite level football teams average a conversion rate of 16%. So that means it takes 10 shots on target and a bit, so a 10.5 shots on target to score a goal. Right? If you're only getting 3 shots on target, it makes it almost impossible to score, statistically speaking. And that's the context that you've got to dig into. You need to be having 15 of those shots on target, and then you're going to win these games. Is that quality of player? Is that the type of training that Arsene Wenger puts in play? Or is it the fact that there is a big problem at the club that's been going on for years? It's why DT and Troops and all the boys there have the banners and the aeroplanes, and you know they've continually ranted and just given their opinions and just poured their heart and soul out. I mean, Claude, bless him. All these guys have done it consistently, and look, they're not the voice for every Arsenal fan. But I truly believe they reflect the views and opinions of many, many, many. And Harry, I just want to know how you're all feeling. I truly, truly do. Another call coming through here. Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. How you feeling, buddy?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. What's your name?
Aiden.
Aiden. You a Gooner or West Ham?
Arsenal.
Arsenal. How you feeling after that? Week before Christmas, how's that left you feeling?
It's still Arsenal should be doing way better than that. We had good possession, but we just couldn't score.
I know. I mean, look, I'm asking this as a sincere question. I couldn't get my words out there. You say that you should be beating teams like that. Why should Arsenal be beating teams like West Ham, in your opinion?
West Ham are currently 19th in the table, and we should be doing much better. We're a Champions League side now, European League side. We're just going down as a club.
Yeah, look, your club has got a great rich history, rich football club, beautiful football. I agree with you. My question is, what needs to happen and change?
I don't know. I don't know if a manager would do it because there's not many good managers out there like Wenger that will come to Arsenal personally.
Okay. Look, Aidan, sorry, I really do appreciate your call. I'll have you on again soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got DT on the line now. Fella, how are you feeling after that performance?
Cold, pissed off, same old. I don't know what else more to say, really.
Mate, I'm looking at the stats, right? 22 shots on goal, just 3 on target. That doesn't even... Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of people on the calls tonight have been blaming Olivier Giroud, his lack of movement. Where do you stand? I assume you're at the game.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? It would have been nice if we had spent £50 million on a striker in the summer, wouldn't it?
I mean, exactly. And I mean, if you spent that much money on a world-class striker, you wouldn't leave him on the bench.
No, and you certainly wouldn't leave him on the bench until the 84th minute when you need a goal. It's like, really, I'm honestly baffled at Wenger's decisions now. He's meant to be an intelligent guy, but yet he's making decisions of someone that lacks zero intelligence, to be quite honest with you. And, you know, you're watching the game and you can see what he's crying out for, and you're just like, what is going on? Honestly, we need a goal, and you bring Danny Welbeck on first. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, Danny Welbeck, he's good for a lot of things, but he can't finish his dinner most of the time.
No, he turns into Bambi on ice once he gets in front of goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And
yeah.
it's just, and at the end of the day, considering we controlled that second half and I didn't feel worried at all, we nearly lost it.
We spoke a couple of weeks back, just in the build-up to the Man United-Arsenal game, and, you know, you jumped up into the league, you're above Spurs. Things were looking pretty good, and there was a lot of positivity around the club. What's gone wrong in the last 3 games?
It's the same old. That's what's gone wrong. You know what? We have a spell every season where we'll win 2-3 games and we'll play really well, and, you know, everyone will think, oh, here we go, you know, they're turning the corner, this is a different Arsenal. And then they'll smack you straight in the face with the same old rubbish. And I've been saying it all along. People have said to me, oh, but look how we played against Tottenham, and look how we did, you know, let's just, this is different, we're playing really well. And I keep telling everyone, just relax. Because, you know what I mean, I'm just looking at a club that, they're a top 6 side. That's what Arsenal are. We're 19 points behind Man City right now? We're not even at Christmas Day. So, you know, Wenger signs a new contract and we end up being 19 points behind Man City. Be careful what you wish for. Sorry, but I didn't wish for this.
I've asked a lot of Arsenal fans this over the last few years. You've won 3 FA Cups in, I think, the past 4 years. Do you actually think that those things could have actually been more of a hindrance to your club?
Yeah, definitely. You know, 3 FA Cups could have probably been acceptable if you're a Tottenham fan, because they never win anything. But for a club the size of Arsenal, no. We won the first one and everyone said, right, okay, we've got that, you know, that 10, 11-year drought off our back. We've got the trophies, so these players get that feeling of winning and trophies and stuff like that. We can now kick forward. And Arsene Wenger was the one who said 3 years ago, well, 2 and a bit years ago now, he said, I will win Arsenal the league within 3 years. We are 19 points behind Man City. Sorry, but at what point do the club say, he's taken us as far as he can, or at what point does Arsene say, I can't take this club no further? Because at the moment, it seems like no one's making the decision, and we're stuck in the middle ground.
Yeah, I mean, I've listened to yourselves for a long time on your channel and on Arsenal Fan TV, and I've listened to everyone. And tonight, just the comments coming through from BT Sports, from Rio Ferdinand and Martin Keown, just saying this is same old Arsenal. It's just coming 3 months earlier than normal, and it was sort of, and it was sort of 6 weeks earlier than normal last year. And one Arsenal fan, called the show about 10 minutes before you and said that he felt like Arsenal were the team in the relegation battle tonight, not West Ham.
Yeah, that's how it feels at times. We can't break down these sides. We are the most easiest team to defend against. It's that simple. Set up 2 banks of 4 and just say, go on then, because we go left, middle, right, right, middle, left. It's the same. And it's so easy to defend against. It's so easy. And there's just no plan B. There's no... The best bit is that Wenger's obviously sat there and said, right, I'm going to rest like a debt today. I'm going to put Giroud on. But hey, let's not put a cross in the box. Seriously. It baffles me. If this was your local team on a Sunday, you'd be in the changing room kicking 10 lumps out of people in there, saying, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Even the players have got to stand up at certain points and say, you know what, game management. Hold on, we've got a 6'4" striker in there who's one of the best headers of the ball in the box in the league. But I know, let's play the ball into his feet or play it down the channels and let him sprint after it. Are you mad? The guy's as slow as Mertesacker.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point. If you're going to play Olivier Giroud, you play to his strengths. You don't play Lacazette style of football with Olivier Giroud. It makes absolutely no sense, and there was no change to that approach, and you saw it. And
do you know what? To be honest with you, I think that if Giroud played for a side like West Ham or an Everton, teams that would play to his strengths, he'd score an absolute bag full of goals.
No, I agree. I agree with you on that. I do. As a Gooner, though, mate, me and you both spoke after the Arsenal United game, and I very much agree with a lot of what you had to say that day about the fact that you tore us apart. Is it frustrating that you will turn up in a game like that in a big moment when you're needed to? You turn up in a North London derby, but then you play these smaller sides, whether it be Palace or Watford, you know
what? It is frustrating, but I'm used to it now. It doesn't make it acceptable, but I'm used to it. And the pain's getting a little less and less every season. That's worrying, mate. That, like, in terms of, because they often say, like, if you're in a relationship with someone and you can't be bothered to argue anymore, that's when you know it's dead. When you don't care about it. Some people stay in a relationship for the kids.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
And just like Arsenal and my kids. And I'm kind of just like hanging on. And it's, the relationship with Wenger and all that, it's dead. It's done. When will this club wake up? Seriously. Because we're a massive club, but we don't act it. That's the key. We don't act like a big club.
Yeah, totally understand that, mate. I really do.
We can sit here and talk about Man United, for example, how much they've spent, the fact that they're miles behind Man City. But the difference is Man United will go and address that in the summer. Man United will sit there and say, right, we need to look at this because it's not acceptable. We can't have them lot across the road going and doing what they're doing. How do we get back to the times of Fergie? If it means they have to change a manager, they would change a manager. If it means going and spending another 200-300 million and getting rid of players, they will go and do that until they find the right formula. Whereas us, we'll just sit there and carry on and on and on. And I said it last night, I tweeted it last night. Pep Guardiola's come out and said that because of Vincent Kompany's injury record, they've got to go and buy a defender in January. Got to go and get one, without fail. If that was Arsene Wenger, he would put El Neni centre-back and say he's a new signing.
Yeah, no, mate, I completely understand what you're saying. Look, I really appreciate you coming on and giving us a call, your views and opinions, mate, and hope your journey home's a nice, safe one.
No worries.
All right, you take care, mate. All the best, bruv.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
You got there a dejected DT. And look, I know a lot of people like to see DT lose his temper and have a bit of a rant and throw his toys out his pram. And that's what we love about YouTube and fan cams and everything to do with what we do as football supporters. But there comes a point where all the laughing or the enjoying and the sitting back with popcorn, you have to sit back and think to yourself, what is this great club doing to its supporters? For me, it's an absolute disgrace. And, I've spoken on my channel many times about properly boycotting the football club. And I'm talking about don't go to games, don't tweet about it, don't buy their products, cancel Sky, BT. People think that's a really extreme measure. But these supporters, a lot of them are still going to continue to go because they love the club so much. And the club and the board know that. So that's why they're not making these changes. And I think that's a very sad thing. I really do. Got another call coming through here. Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. What's your name, buddy?
Hello?
Hello, what's your name?
Frank.
Frank. I love the name Frank. What's your thoughts on the game, mate?
First of all, I'm a Gooner.
Yep.
Unfortunately. And it's like I'm watching the show and listening to DT. He's so right. Like, it's so frustrating now that I'm getting used to it. And it's becoming really painful.
How would you describe that pain? Give it honestly. Describe to everyone listening to you right now. How does it make you feel, physically and emotionally?
It's just stressful, man. Like, obviously, like, I have no impact on the game. I'm just a fan that's watching the team that I've grown up loving. My father was a fan. My mom, everyone in my family, were all fans of Arsenal. And it's just draining, you know. It's like you have life support on, and the battery is just slowly dying. That's what Arsenal is doing to us. That's what Arsene Wenger is doing to this club, and it is painful.
What would you like to see happen? How can they turn this round and stop this pain?
Well, the club has to look at itself and see what the problem. I'm not going to stand here and say Wenger has to leave, because that's not going to happen for another year and a half. But Wenger has to look at himself and fix up, copy somebody. I was double screening the City game because it's just beautiful to watch them play, and just comparing the way we're playing and the way they're playing. The comparison is not even there. And it's just painful, man.
No, listen, I totally... Look, I feel your pain. I get your pain. The club needs to do something, but I truly don't believe this board and this manager are going to act until the fans stand up and do something. And I'm not talking... The protests before were great. They need to double, triple. They need to get even bigger, because for me, they're a major problem. Thank you very much for your call, Frank. Oh, sorry, I read a comment. I weren't laughing at Frank. I swear on my son Archie's life. I read a comment and it tickled me so bad. I was trying to hold it all in, and I was crying. I was weeping there. I'm really, really sorry. I'll read the comment now. No, I can't read the comment. I can't read it either. That's a problem. I can't do that. Oh, Jesus. Lord, forgive me. There we go. But look, I understand the frustrations there. Look, that's bringing us to an end of this live stream this evening on this channel. Talk about this. We are going to go across to some other platforms. We're going to go across to my channel, the Football Terrace, and also the Ultimate Football Fan YouTube channel as well. We're going to review some of the other Premier League games that have been on tonight. Man United versus Bournemouth. We're going to also look at some other little team from North London somewhere and have a little chat about them. So if you want to go and have a bit of a bubble over there, you can do. You can come check us out on the other channels. Really do appreciate it. We've got one more call. We'll do one more call. That's what we'll do. It's going to come through now. My boy Brett's going to put it through. When I say my boy Brett, he's not my son or nothing. He's just a guy. Here it comes. Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. What's your name? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, that might have been my boy. Is that you, son? There we go. Listen to everybody. Look, thank you very much for tuning in. Please smash that like button for us. Make sure you're subscribing to all the channels that are out there. And even bigger than that, down the bottom, in the description below, there's a little link to the One Football app. Check it out. Amazing for stats, news, and everything. And it's free. It's free. We all love freebies. Go check it out. Take care. God bless. And I'll see you all on the other platforms in a wee moment.